Hi, this is Katie, and thank you for joining me on the My Senses, My Space podcast. And today I wanted to talk about sustainability and how that can overlap in terms of the earth and ourselves. And climate change is real. It is happening now. I think a lot of people can refer to it in the future and say, well, this is our cutoff. But a lot of times that's like an end date. And so we have to work backwards and we have to be working on this now. And I do think a lot of people are working on it now in trying to come up with things, but it's often this guilt that weighs heavily on this as well. I grew up as a designer and I studied web design and print design, and in about 2008-ish, I went to this fantastic conference that focused on what a designer's role can be in sustainability. And we could be the ones that could help people with money, the corporations, the companies, even if they're smaller, make really great decisions about the actual things that are being produced and how much energy is being used on, say, a print job, or even if it's a digital job, like how many servers are being used and how much energy does it take to power those servers. So in kind of really going, wait, we could be the ones as designers filtering the information to the people making the decisions, then there is a lot of power in that. I think there are a lot of people who step into that position of making those decisions, whether they're designers or other managers in the room when they're making those decisions. A lot of it can come down to, well, what's the cheapest way we could do this? But designers can step in and say, if we're putting this product out into the world, what is its life cycle? What does it mean when this product enters the marketplace, is being shipped, and is in somebody's life, and when it needs to leave somebody's life? How can it be recycled? How can it be reused? Where does it go from there? And so to kind of envision that whole life cycle of how things are being used that's the designer's job. That is, people who really specialize in sustainability for corporations. That's their job. How does that apply to us, though? So we can do kind of a similar thing. We are not infinite beings. We have a life cycle of our own, and we are born. We are here on Earth using things around us, but then we also at some point expire. And I won't go into that. This is not a death talk, but I see a lot of value in designing your life. And mainly what design is in both areas, whether it's corporate or your own life, it's an intention, right? It's not guessing at something, although you can definitely leave things open enough that you could just say, hey, today I'm winging it, or I'm using time blocking, and then once I get to that point, then I can make a decision on what I'm doing. But that's also an intention, right? Even if you're time blocking, even if you're saying, I have one thing to do today, nothing else, that's an intention. You're setting that intention for the day. And that intention was created upon how much energy you have for the day. And so all of our bodies are different. All of our energy levels are different. All of our brains work different. And that's a beautiful thing, right? So we have to kind of take all the information of what our bodies can do And then think about how we're going to design our days so we don't reach burnout quickly. Now, we're going to be like a pendulum swinging back and forth, where some days there's not too much and then other days we overdo it. But also when that pendulum swings, it's letting us know our edges. Like, those are our boundaries. It doesn't feel good if we maybe just sit all day and we have the energy. I'm not talking about like, hey, I need a day of doing nothing. You need a day of doing nothing, right? What I'm talking about is like those days that you feel like you really want to get things done, and it feels like progress when you get those things done. And then on the opposite side of like, wait, I scheduled way too many things. I can't do this all in a day. And you reschedule it. You redesign what the next day will be like. It'll be like, okay, I pushed the 3 things that I didn't get done that day. I'm not just going to push them all to the next day. Sometimes that may work. But if you're kind of overloaded today, you might be overloaded tomorrow as well. So push those things to having 1 every day in the following days. And so to me, these are all thoughts on how we use design in sustainability for the earth, for us, and how we can put intention into our cycles throughout our lives. And there's going to be things that you change over the course of your life of what is the most important to you. And those needs shift. And it's okay to keep revisiting these and go, you know what? This is my new design iteration. I'm going to try this for a little while and see if this works. So I hope this gives you a little bit of, I don't know, something to noodle over and think about how can you look at your days in your life as designs, as intentional ways of using your energy instead of thinking that you have to do it one way, or you have to do it the cheapest way, or you have to do it at your own body's expense. It has to be sustainable, right? We have to keep being here for as long as we can. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this. You can email me at listen@mysensesmyspace.com or leave me a message, a DM on social media. Take care, and until next time, I will see you again on My Senses, My Space podcast.